Hello, Gunpla fans. It's Speedball Haro, and today's my review of the Daban Re1 Gundam Mark III. And all I can say honestly is I did not have as much trouble as you'd think. And I say that because most fans that know Daban and their work would probably say that they've had a lot of issues fitting, snap fitting, and stuff like that. Well, honestly, I did not have those kind of problems with this kit. I won't lie to you guys. I did not. Mine came out no problem. Everything snapped together pretty well. The only issues I had, just so you know, would be just like standard nub mark stuff. Anyone would have that for a kid. I had that. The other minor issue I guess you would have with it, or with this kit, or its molds specifically, I guess, would be that the poly caps and the ball joints on some of it tend to pop out easily. And I say that because I have been testing the kit out just to see. And here, let's get him off the stand real quick. And to show you what I mean, let's just stand him up. Now, I've had no issues standing him. He stands up pretty well. He hasn't fallen on me or broken anything. But like I was saying with the ball joints, not all of it, just some of them. Like, let's put this out of the way so you can see. Like here for the shield, this is one I'm talking about. It's on the standard joint that many high 1/100 scale kits come with for the shield setup. But this one, well, here, I'm just gonna fiddle with it just a little, just a bit, and there you go. See, it just slid off pretty easily. No matter which position you put it in, if you fiddle with it a bunch, it will pop out. I've had that same issue with the side skirt here like once or twice. I mean, I haven't really, had much other issues there with that. And same with the leg armor here. Now these aren't on ball joints, understand that. But if you do push them up and down to adjust and such, and you do it so much, it may pop it out. I've had that happen at least once or twice. But other than that, other sections that use the polycaps and ball joints, well, no issues. Everything stays on. Even the cannons here on the back that do use that setup, and well, as you can see, I can fiddle it all I want, and it's not going to pop out there. So I've had no problems there. The only other bigger issue I had, and I don't know if it was production wise or the just accidental, however, is where is it? Here it is. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna try to get it on the camera as best as I can. Let's see, do I have something I can point with? I'm so sorry. I'm trying to find something real quick. Here we go. Now, I'm trying to point this out because it's a bit small, but right here where this is pointing at, I don't know if you can see it because, like I said, it is a bit small. Right there. There was a small crack right through the part right here on its right thigh. Right here, there was a small crack this straight across. Now, I had heard from a friend who did get the same kit here, had the exact same problem. So I think that means it was just a production error where it just had that. I don't know if all of them will have that, of course, from this brand. It just happened to be on mine and a friend's. Now, of course, I can't promise others won't have the exact same problem. But other than that, I really haven't had much else problems with this little guy. I mean, everything else fits just fine. Nothing is broken, I can promise you that. Nothing's cracked, nothing's fallen off, minus what I've showed you. So yeah, so other than that, so why don't we go into checking out his reflexes, so to speak. Here, let's just move this out of the way so you guys can see things a bit better. I'll just move his gun out of the way for a second, just pop on a hand. So this way you guys can just check out his body's articulation to the max. Let's start with, of course, he does have full... Oh, actually, let's start with the backpack. Make it easier. As you can see, the backpack does have joints and such. See, you can move up that high if you wanted to. I mean, you can if you want. And honestly, yeah, you can pretty much move him all the way under his armpit. And of course, the sections for the verniers and such can move too. This can't move any further back, but can move all the way down like that. And that's how high that can go. And they both can have a swivel. They both can move side to side like that. Though I have noticed, though, because of how they're positioned, it can get in the way of the cannons here sometimes. So just so you know, just a minor detail. Let's see. The backpack can come off. It's a simple 2-peg setup. Let's see. And the back skirt can move, because as we all know, a lot of times that part won't, but this time it can. See? And as I mentioned, the side skirts do move. They're on ball joints, back and forth. Just like I said, though, be a little cautious. If you twiddle them too much, they can pop out. I won't lie. And as for... Here, let's just... For legs, let's just move his arms out of the way, so this way. You guys can see it. The skirt can go up that high. Oh, well, like I said, can move that high. That's how far his legs can go. And because there is a joint mechanism, it does help extend the leg out. See? So that's actually helpful. And of course, if you move that back, you can move his leg about that far without having to bend it. But of course, you can to make it further. Oop. Oop. My apologies. I must have twisted the leg out. So yeah. Now, of course, the legs do have a swivel. See? As you saw me pop out by accident. You can do that. And of course, you can adjust it back and forth. And for the leg itself, you can bend it about that far. Now the legs, oh my god, the foot itself, though, you can't, bend in or anything. It can move side to side, as you can see. So that does help. You can move it up and down. You just can't fold it for, any reasons. And of course, this front armor can move. So does the back. But, no. Nope, that's about it there. And the same for the other side. Now, like I showed you, like I was mentioning, see, that part does come out pretty easily because of the poly cap. So, but nothing, you can't just pop right back on. There you go. And then for the upper section, let's start with the waist. He can move his body that far. That far. He can't move back, unfortunately, but he can move forward, as you can see. As for arms, while extending the shoulder armor out, that's how high his arm can go, that way. Of course, you can always do that to extend it. And of course, you can 360 the arm all the way around, no problem. And the shoulder does allow, and of course there's a joint mechanism for the shoulder, allowing it to move out. And the armor can come out that far. This part can bend in, but can only go far out, that far. And as for the head, it's just a simple setup like any other head would be. See? And yes, you can do 360. Though be careful with the V-fin. You don't want to, bump it the wrong way and you can, break it off somehow. But yeah, that's pretty much on his articulation facts. Oh, and before I forget, you can move the cannons down to a point, and of course, if you adjust the head the right way, you can, of course, as you can see, adjust them to meet where you'd like it. And that's just, so yeah, there's that. There you go. There you go. And as for the gun, right there, that's his gun, of course. Now, it doesn't really have any articulation point, though the interesting detail fact about this is that, of course, he has his gun holster, not holster, sorry, his ammo clips. But the interesting fact to that is you actually get several of them, as you can see here. You actually get 3 sets in total. You get a complete 3 set. 2 that would go on here, and then just 2 additional sets you store on the shield, which is really cool. Where, of course, is where you would also store if you could see that, is beam sabers, which, of course, do have beam sabers themselves. Though I just don't put them on because I'll end up losing them somehow. And it's a simple attach point, see? And as I said, you do get beam sabers. And of course, just as any other kit would have, you of course have multiple hands, and I have 2 already attached, as you've seen. The standard open hand to say hi. The fisticuffs hand to punch a Xeon right in the face. And of course you have a complete set of them for both sides. And of course, holding hands. And as for how he holds the gun, so you can see it, pretty much like that, without any major issues. He holds it no fine, and as you can see, I could shake, nothing falls off that way. And of course, he will have 2 holding hands, so you can, if you want to use both beam sabers as well. And let's see. Oh, and if you're wondering, the shield can attach, of course, on from 2 angles. And let's show off. Let's get that out real quick by this one piece right here. Like I said, though, you adjust this too much, it will pop out. And such. So let's show you the first angle. Behind him, as you can see, no problem. This skirt armor just doesn't want to stay on today. This is odd because I've had this on for days and it's had no problems. And of course, like any other shield, you can attach it on the side, which honestly I'll probably have it on most of the time. Yeah, and that's pretty much it there. And as for extras, if you get any, yes, you do. You get 2 verniers. That's literally it. You'll get those because it's an odd number of vernier parts for his backpack and just an extra one for the like parts section. And that's it there. And other than that, as you probably saw in the unboxing, are the decals that you can put on. I haven't decided if I want to pick up some water slides for this guy or not. I just haven't. And as for size comparisons, oh wait, before I forget, sorry, you do get extra polycaps, and yes, this is the full amount of polycaps that you have to use, and you'll have left over about 9, so yeah. Out of that, now as I was just saying, let's try some size comparisons with you. And that is, let's go with one of my recent builds, the EG Strike, which I love this little guy. It's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to have more fun with him later. But yeah, that's a 144. And here's my master grade F90. So yeah, he's a pretty tall boy, even if he's not a master grade. So yeah. And other than that, if anything, and other than that, I didn't really have any major issues with this kit. I mean, detailing wise, he wasn't that hard to do. Just some paint, some panel lining, pretty much covers most of him. The orange, however, you would have to paint to make accurate, which I did. And other than that, I had fun with the head part here with the camera. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna try to get it in where you might be able to. If not, to simplify it, you get a clear piece for the whole head setup for the cameras and eyes. And what I did is I used clear green paint to, just to touch it up, to clean it up, to make it look a lot better. Because I won't lie, that it really does look a lot better with green paint, with clear green. I recommend that if you're gonna build this guy, because it makes the camera look so much more real. I won't lie, it does. But yeah, other than that, yeah, this honestly, like I said, I did not have much trouble with this kit. And like I showed you, minus just a couple ball joint flaws. Honestly, yeah, that's it. I did not have anything else. So if you want my opinion, yeah, I could recommend this kit if you are interested. And of course, if you are interested, of course, in his Bandai version, because this is the Daban version, um, you could still get it, I won't lie. But the truth is, if you go for the Bandai one right now, at least at the time of this video, I should say, you'll be paying about $70 to $80. I have looked into it, I've double checked to be sure. And yeah, that's how much the Bandai version of the RE version is going for. But as for the Daban version, it's going for about at least currently, around the retail's value of about $27, maybe about 30, depending on where you're shopping from. So yeah. But yeah, that's I do recommend this kit if you are interested in the RE Mark III, and if you don't want to have to pay $80 for the Bandai version, at least for right now. Unless, of course, they reissue it sometime soon, but I can't promise you they will or won't. So yeah, and if you're wondering, I got this guy over at Gundam Model Center, which I highly recommend for your, third-party Gunplas and other non-Pla related items, because they get a good amount of items, good stock, and good prices especially. Though the only thing I have to mention is, if you are trying to get this one, I can't promise at the time of this video if they'll have it in stock. I say that because this kit has been on their site at least 3 to 4 times relisted. I'm not joking. I got this one during the second relisting, and I've seen this thing, pop on and off there several times. So of course I will try to post a link to him if it is available. If not, I will at least post a link to their main website, so if you want to keep track of. So yeah. So that's it for today. I thank you all for coming. I hope everyone is safe and enjoying your hobbies, and yeah, and that's about it. So have a nice day.